LeBron is lashing out at everybody. Everybody can get it, from his teammates to management to coaching. Everybody can get it. And why is that? Well, we have the answer. Guys, welcome to Hoops Junction. LeBron James has been on a roll. He went from earlier this season criticizing officials. He went to berating Channing Frye. Now he's gone after management, saying that they're top heavy and it's been a shitty start to the year, quote unquote. And everybody's just wondering what's going on with LeBron James. What's wrong with him? Does he not have enough help? Is he in a crisis? Is the team that bad as he's saying? They're first in the East. They have 3 of the best players in the East. What's really going on with LeBron? At the end of the day, LeBron James is suffering separation anxiety. He understands that his window to win championships is very small, as it is for any NBA player. You know, you're not going to go to 10 NBA finals and win all 10. And he knows that he's going to be judged by rings, and he knows that his legacy is what matters to him, because he's trying to leave a lasting legacy in the NBA, but take that and further it, like how Michael Jordan did. Michael Jordan gave us the blueprint where he won multiple championships, and that transcended into other things. Same thing with Magic Johnson, you know. Same thing with Larry Bird. Some of these most successful people in the NBA have been guys with a lasting legacy and won multiple championships. But at the end of the day, what LeBron is going through is sort of like a midlife crisis. He's complaining about not having enough help, but he has Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. He's complaining that his organization is not doing enough to get playmakers and players on his team, but they're spending the highest payroll in NBA history. They've given LeBron every single thing that he's asked for. So basically, it's all internal with him. He's comparing the Cleveland Cavaliers to the Golden State Warriors, and we haven't even reached June yet. He's already thinking and playing out the NBA Finals in his head, but he's not taking it game by game, case by case. It's sort of like the person going through a midlife crisis. They're already thinking about, well, I need to make a will, and I need to do this, and I need to leave this behind for my children. And, you know, sometimes they're not even 45. Sometimes they haven't even hit 50 yet, but the thoughts are racing in their head. And LeBron understands that the way that he's been playing in his career, he is like 32, 33 years old, but career-wise and minutes-wise, he's 36, 37, maybe 35 around there. So he's years ahead because he's played in so many games, has so many competitions and things of that nature. So essentially, LeBron is just freaking out. He feels like the title is slipping out of his hands. Every time that he doesn't get enough help, every time that Kyrie doesn't step up, every time that Kevin Love doesn't step up, it gives him nightmares of that 3-1 deficit. See, a lot of people might think, well, they came back from a 3-1 deficit. They're happy. They're cocky. You know, they've been making fun of the Golden State Warriors time after time. LeBron James knows we were down to this team 3-1. Now they add Rant. So what are we going to do? What am I going to do? And instead of internalizing it and say, I'm going to play better, I'm going to be that leader, he's lashing out because he feels the grips of being the best player alive and in the game right now and winning championships. He feels like it's fading in his hands. It's like sand. You know, you have it in your hand, but it's slipping through the cracks and pores in your hands. And he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it one bit. And, you know, you can't blame him for not liking it, but you can criticize him for criticizing his teammates, because that's not something as a leader you do, especially in the media. It's only me, Kyrie, and Kevin Love. As if to say Tristan Thompson isn't nothing, Iman Shumpert isn't nothing. You know, when J.R. Smith comes back, he's not anything. You just added Kyle Korver. You're making the guy feel like he's unwelcome. So that's just something that's out of his character, but it's normal for people going through changes in their lives. Like, LeBron sees the change coming. You know, he sees the changing of the guard. After a while, it's no longer going to be his league anymore, and he doesn't like that feeling. He wants to have guys to step up. LeBron James has never been the kind of guy that I'm good by myself how I am. I need players. Like, when he went to Miami, it was about rounding up great talent for him to win. Because in Cleveland, it seems like they never could do that. Even though they were winning 60 games, 50 games, he just felt like it wasn't enough to win championships. That's why he bolted to Miami. When Miami went down and they started making bad moves and not making the moves that he wanted, he bolted back to Cleveland, because playing with Kyrie Irving was a better prospect because he felt like Kyrie Irving was young enough to take over the rings. LeBron James is the kind of guy, he's like Cameron from Dipset. Cameron, when he started rapping, he put Jim and Jewels on, and he really kept putting guys, J.R. Wright or 40 Cal. You know why? Because he didn't want to rap anymore. He wanted to have those guys come up. You know, he could do it by himself, but he'd rather, you know, cultivate talent or whatever. So LeBron wants to let people shine, but at the same time, he wants to take credit. I want to let Kyrie do his thing, but I'm going to overshadow because I want to still be the king. You know what I'm saying? So he wants to have disciples that could take over games and do things for him so he could just kind of cruise back. And then, you know, when it's crunch time or, you know, when the team is up by 5 or 4, he'll, you know, do a dunk or do something, take over, and then everybody will pray, hey, it's LeBron. Like, especially with the NBA Finals, like, everybody goes crazy over LeBron's performance. But most people understand, like, if Kyrie doesn't hit that shot, it's a wrap. Same thing, like, you know, they're like, oh, LeBron did the block, whatever. They didn't score for 2 straight minutes, and then Kyrie said, give me the ball. He scored. Same thing in Miami. Like, you know, there were times when Dwayne Wade had to take over. Chris Bosh had great games. Mike Miller, he sealed OKC's fate with all those threes. That's what LeBron wants. He wants other people to step up so he doesn't have to be the crunch time player. He feels like he's just not getting enough. It's coming out of his hands. He doesn't feel like his guys are good enough to step up if they make it to the finals because he just doesn't feel like he has it enough in him anymore. He's done it 2 straight finals where he's been like Superman, and at the end of the day, Superman sees his kryptonite ahead, and he's just worried about it. And that's what's going on with LeBron. He's just going through a midlife crisis at 32, 33 years old. This is Vlad from Hoops Junction, where Hoops meets Hoopla. Peace.